Hey there! Welcome to another Sunday Musings. So excited that we've reached February 2021. Have to admit, there have been a few times in the last year that I wasn't sure we were going to make it. And today I'm going to talk a little bit about Black History Month because February is Black History Month. Since 1976, every American president has designated February as Black History Month, and I think that's kind of exciting, and a way to celebrate some of the contributions of a fairly unacknowledged population group. Today, I'm going to take a slightly different stance, and I'm going to talk about 4 Black scientists that I think have made some pretty amazing contributions that you might not be aware of. So, for the first, Otis Boykin. You'll see his picture here. His noteworthy inventions include designing a wire precision resistor and a control unit for the pacemaker. The precision resistor has actually been used in radios, televisions, and the US military used it in all of their guided missile systems and IBM in their computers. When he died in 1982, he had over 26 patents to his name. And IBM and our personal computing systems probably wouldn't be where they were today without Otis's contributions. The next person that we're going to talk about is Mary Daly. She is perhaps best known for being the first African American to receive a PhD in chemistry in the United States. As a fellow chemist, this really is kind of exciting to me. Her research was far-reaching and had impact about how the human body works. She taught biochemistry courses and performed her own research at the Albert Einstein College of Medicine at Yeshiva University, New York. She was also a really major advocate for people of color who enrolled in medical school and graduate science programs. So, thank you, Mary Daly. The third person I want to talk about is George Washington Carver. He was an African-American scientist and educator. He's most famous for around peanuts and all the work he did on peanuts. In fact, he got the nickname of Peanut Man. He devised over 100 products that used peanuts, including different dyes, plastics, and even gasoline. And he was born into slavery and ultimately wound up being an advisor to President Theodore Roosevelt, Mahatma Gandhi, and his achievements led to him to be one of the very few Americans inducted into the British Royal Society of the Arts, George Washington Carver. And finally today, and certainly not least, is Katherine Johnson. You may or may not have heard of her if you watched the movie Hidden Figures. That's probably what actually made her well known and famous. She was a wizard at mathematical calculations. In fact, she was a human calculator that worked on the first space flight and was really instrumental in having a successful flight. She did invaluable calculations on Apollo 11 and 13 and served as a key asset to NASA for decades. She was actually recognized by President Barack Obama for all of her contributions. These are only 4 of the many, many amazing Black scientists that have made contributions to our world, and I just thought it'd be great to shine a spotlight on them for Black History Month. It was hard to pick out just 4 though, so do you have a famous Black scientist you'd like to put a spotlight on, or anyone else? I'd really like to hear about it. Please make a comment, and I'll see you next week.